Wrestling on weed.
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 Wrestling on weed. Subscribe today. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem.
Wrestling on weed, wrestling on weed, wrestling on weed, wrestling on weed. Free my brother K Beta, man. You already know what it is. WoW Nation, what's going on? We are out here. Why is it so dark in here? Alexa, turn Spotlight 1 on. That's the last time you're going to hear your name. Mute. I don't need those problems today because we got to talk about that girl a whole lot. So I don't even want to deal with you today, Alexa. But yeah, I got the homie Physics in here, man. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about the SmackDown Fallout, all the news from the weekend and all that good stuff. You already know what it is. Fizz, what's going on, my guy?
What up? Oh, the camera's not on me.
Mhm.
Oh.
It is.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on.
Can't even see it on the broadcast thing.
Oh, I
All right.
switched it to where you see something else.
All right, cool. Got you.
Should have told
What a
you.
word. What a word, your boy Physics, aka Ethan Minimum Wage, and aka William Kegel. What's
Wait,
going on, world?
what?
Do them exercises, y'all.
Oh,
Keep it tight.
oh. That's how we start off the show.
That's how we're starting.
What the fuck?
Keep it tight, y'all.
Ethan Minimum Wage and William Kegel.
I just came up with those right when you were doing the introduction. So
Oh my God.
I was like, I have
Are
no
you
AKAs.
serious?
What can I use?
Are you serious? It sounds exactly like that. Those be the funniest ones too. You don't gotta think about it too much. Just say the most reckless shit ever. Oh my God, that was hilarious. So guys, it is Tuesday. So Monday Night Raw happened for what felt like a very long time last night. But we're going to talk about all the news before we get into the blunt ratings towards the end of the show. So without further ado, Gruss, what's cracking, bro? I see you in the chat. Super villain of the IWC in the building. Blue Wrench Gang was cracking. Wait a minute, where's your Blue Wrench on my thing? Hold on. What the F? Did you get a new account?
It was probably harassing almost too much. So
Is that what it was?
you had to
The
get a new
algorithm
account.
said. The algorithm said, "Yo, what the fuck, man? I didn't change nothing." That's weird. Maybe it's just the app. Maybe it's just the program I'm using. Maybe it's Ecamm. I don't know what it is, but you already know what it is. Blue Wrench Gang in the building. The Yay of WoW. That's why you call them the Yay of WoW. Do not Physics the opposite of Yay at this point. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
the complete opposite. Oh man.
Hold on real quick. I'll show you how complete opposite I am.
Oh, let me see. What are you about to do? It's a good show already, y'all. It's a good show already. You see it? Okay, as long as you see it. I was like, dang, it used to pop up in my chat. Hold on, maybe I don't have the window wide enough or something.
All right. Got my Ove hat on.
I was like,
You know?
what the hell is that? What does Ove mean?
It's kind of like, oh my God, but in Yiddish. So,
okay.
shout out
okay.
to my Jewish brethren,
Yeah. Shout out to all the good Jewish people out there, you know what I mean? Shit, yeah, well, he kind of went off the deep end. I ain't about to get into no politics, but man, it's like, even if half the stuff you say is right, if the other half of the stuff you say is completely outlandishly, ridiculously wrong, no one's gonna pay attention to
and
the
it's
stuff
also
that-
dangerous. Doesn't really
I
help.
mean, wrong in every possible way, like absolutely dangerous. Like, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I kind of get what you're trying to do, but you're going about this the complete wrong way, my guy. And you sound super racist. Like, I can't. It's like, when they be like black people can't be racist, I think that's out the window now. I think that's officially out the window. I don't want to hear that shit from no more black people because clearly people of my ilk can also be racist. I mean, which is something I've always stood on.
Hey,
I
if there's
mean?
one thing Kanye is going to do is be innovative. So,
Man, I guess so. Yeah, if he's the
broke the
first, he's the
racist
first.
mold.
Man, that shit is crazy, bro. He just, you couldn't even deny what it was. It was like, bro, this making me uncomfortable, and I'm not Jewish. Like, this is not okay. This is not okay. But it is what it is. We're gonna talk about some pro wrestling, and hopefully never have to talk about Kanye again.
Unless
Oh yeah,
AEW
Walker for
calls him.
president, vice president. Not Walker, not you talking about the football player. What's his name? Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker.
The dumbest nigga. He's like the black Donald Trump.
Everybody said coon a bad word, but coon is one of the smartest animals out there.
This is the dumbest nigga on earth, bro. I'm like, how? And he won. He won his race. This country is a dumpster fire. I think that has been proven by the political system over and over again. This entire country is a dumpster fire. If Herschel Walker could win a fucking, I don't even know what position he won, but he shouldn't
Well,
be
he hasn't
there.
won. He hasn't won. They're doing the runoff today. So.
Oh, well, good. Let's all pray that we don't get an idiot in any position of power with any more idiots, because Lord, that man is dumb. He clearly has CTE. Like, I'm like, how you don't have to get a brain scan before you take that position? Like, that should be a
I
requirement.
mean, this
And
is
Joe
all
Biden would
the
be president.
times of what that homeboy said. He said Herschel Walker used to play football with soft helmets. Like,
Yeah, exactly. He played in the bad era when it was really, really dangerous. Like, it wasn't all these rules. He was getting cracked. Yeah, I mean, that man is, whew, this is a dangerous game out
brain
here, man.
soup.
Right, facts. All right, what's our first wrestling news story of the day, Fix?
Herschel Walker is going into the WWE Hall of Fame. No, I'm playing.
Yo, your timing is so on point today. Let's go. Let's go.
William Regal's AEW exit. William Regal himself indicated that he signed a 3-year deal with AEW when he debuted with the promotion earlier this year. However, WWE has become a far more attractive destination for pro wrestling talent ever since Vince McMahon disgracefully left the company in July. Triple H has made a strong push to bring back many of his favorites who were fired or let go by McMahon over the last couple of years. Since then, several AEW talents are believed to have interest in returning to WWE. It seems clear that Triple H wants Regal back by his side. And it looks like it's happening. PW Insider says William Regal's finalizing the deal with WWE, and he will be heading there after the new year in what they described as a backstage role, sorry. Meanwhile, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio that it is expected AEW will have something planned to address his departure on this coming Wednesday night episode of Dynamite. He said he's heard many different stories from multiple people, but it appears he has some kind of out. There's been a rumor that in his contract, he wrote that if anything was available, especially due to his health and want to be near his son, who is in the Performance Center at the moment, that at any moment he could have left AEW. And he left AEW when the time was right for himself. That is a rumor that's not confirmed, but that is what's kind of going as of how he got out of his 3-year contract with AEW. Layla, what do you think about William Regal heading back to the E?
I mean, Gruss said it all. I mean, he's the king of the finesse at this point. Like, I don't know how you pull that off. 9 months into a contract, when you're one of the main people on TV at this point, you're the manager of probably, first, second, or third most important stable in the company, and then you can just be like, yo, I'm gonna see myself out. I want to go back and hang with my friends. I mean, but good for him, man, and good on Tony Khan. Now,
yeah,
the problem that I see here, physics, I'm not sure if anyone, because I've never heard anybody point this out yet. Andrade should be pissed. You know what I mean? Aleister Black or Malachi Black should be pissed. Like, wait a minute. So he gets to, wait a minute, why? He's on TV more than us.
Because because possibly he put it in his contract to begin with. So
If he actually did that, then that's genius. But I just can't. That seems like such a weird thing to do. Like, yo, just in case. Like, we didn't know that this Vince McMahon stuff was gonna happen. So it'd be like, just in case something happens, or just in case
you
I
know
want to
what?
go back. Just let me out my deal.
I feel like there's two things. There's a possibility that, I mean, you've heard the rumors that, Stephanie, Triple H, and Nick Khan kind of slow cooked this whole process.
Yeah.
So
they've been trying working on this for a while.
of getting Vince out. So
He probably knew
because
ahead of the game.
and so yeah, they probably were like, hey, go do you to be happy, but no, we're gonna eventually take over and you can come back.
I bet
when that happens.
I bet Triple H called him the day he got fired. And was like, don't worry, dog, I got you.
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry about it.
He was
Just
like,
give me
make sure you
give me
have
some
an
time.
out.
Yeah, to make
Use
sure
your
you got an
health
out.
as a way to get.
Yeah. I could definitely see that conversation happening because if that was my boy, if my boy got fired by my boss and I knew that I might be in control one day, I would have definitely hit my mans up like, yo, you already know, as soon as this motherfucker out of here, you know what I mean? You right back. So don't even stress. You know what I mean? Hopefully he be gone soon. And damn, he was gone really soon. So it's like, didn't take long at all. I'm sure Tony Khan's not happy because William Regal is great, but apparently, if you didn't hear, like a lot of the backstage stuff wasn't really going over well with William Regal. Apparently, the wrestlers weren't really taking to his advice backstage. EC3,
Yeah, we have a lot of
did
backup.
you see what he said?
EC3 said that, and then everybody has kind of stated that it's not true.
Yep.
Also, because EC3 ain't back there, and Brian Pillman said that also wasn't true. Brian Pillman Jr. was like, that wasn't true.
He said it wasn't all the way true. He said that
Yeah.
it wasn't all of them, but there's definitely some people back there who weren't taking. But that's to be expected.
And I think that's the case. I was like, there's going to be certain people that are like, I'm good.
I'm good.
Like,
I'm straight.
yeah. And I mean, that's probably he had probably the same thing with certain people in NXT. Yeah, they will listen to you, but not everybody's going to be like.
But the thing is, he probably had a massive less problem, a huge, much less problem with that in NXT. Shout out to Brittany Flute. Hey, is that a girl that just subscribed to the channel? Hey, shorty. Hey, friends forever. WoW Nation. Welcome to the gang. You know what I mean? We
Shout out,
always
Brittany.
love to
How you
welcome the
doing?
women to the group, man. Where's Camilla at? I ain't seen Camilla in a few weeks, man. We gotta get Camilla back in the chat. But yeah, like what was I saying?
Yeah, he probably had less.
Yeah, he had less over in
issue.
NXT because those wrestlers weren't already popular coming from the indies. So they didn't have as big of, some of them did, but a lot of them were coming from the Performance Center and stuff. So they had to listen to Regal. He goes over to AEW, all these wrestlers are made on the indies and they think they know everything, blah, blah, blah. And then it's just like, you know what I mean? All right, y'all ain't gonna listen to me. Y'all think y'all know everything. I'm get the fuck out of here. So I don't know. I'm just happy for William Regal, and I'm happy Tony Khan isn't trying to be the Vince McMahon of AEW, basically. You know what I mean? And hold people hostage that don't want to be there, even though he is kind of doing that. That's why I said Andrade should be pissed. Malachi, if he actually really did want to leave, should be pissed. It's like, bro, I ain't had no clause, but I clearly wanted to leave. Like, it's like, why you holding me hostage if you gonna give him a clause, but not me? I'm wrestling on TV. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it is what it is. But, I'm happy for all involved if they're in the position they want to be in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For what it's worth, Ric Flair claimed on his To Be the Man podcast that he's talked to Sasha Banks and she wouldn't go to AEW, and he expects if she comes back to pro wrestling, it will be WWE. Oh, you thought I was gonna say something crazy about?
Yeah,
Ric Flair?
I thought you was about to talk about another last match or something. I was like, oh my God, I can't.
Oh, he done.
Thank you. I can't do it. Don't want to see it.
But supposedly, Ricky Steamboat had a great match.
Yeah, they said he's still in shape, still doing his thing. At 70, how old is he?
Yeah, I think he's around there. I mean,
That's
he was
absurd.
great when him and CM Punk were going at it for that
that's
little bit.
absurd, bro. I just hope I'm in that good of shape when I get his age. Like, you can only hope. And he still looks great. Like, he don't look 70, so good for Ricky.
According to Russell Votes, NXT is returning to the road for their future premium live events. Vengeance Day on February 4th will be live from Charlotte, North Carolina. So they're getting back on the road. Things are getting back to normal in 2023 as far as everything when it comes to wrestling. It was just a couple of months back that Dustin Rhodes, a 53-year-old man who has been in professional wrestling industry for 34 years, now was publicly pondering his future in the industry. He had been dealing with knee issues in a general passage of time. It led to him saying this: "Man, old age has caught up to me, guys. As much as I push myself beyond my limits, I can honestly say I am doing some heavy thinking about the next step. We all think we can go forever with new batteries, but time comes for all of us. Kind of scary, to be honest." At Great Lakes Championship Wrestling Blizzard Brawl event, Dustin Rhodes made the announcement that 2023 will be his last year of wrestling. We haven't seen Rhodes on AEW television since August when he lost a Ring of Honor World title match against Claudio Castagnoli. I keep messing his last name up, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But that was his last match. Question: How, since this will be his last year, how do you think he should, go
Wrestle
out on
Kingdom.
his shield?
Wrestle Kingdom. G1. Got to do the G1 before he's done. You know what I mean? I think.
Why not? He tried to get that early release from Tony, and
Go
if his
back.
brother gets the belt, last match, belt versus retirement.
That, I mean,
Cody versus Dustin.
they can't top what they did, bro. They can't top what they did.
We don't know that.
They should leave that alone.
We don't
that
know
match
that.
was amazing.
We don't know
bro.
that.
That's one of the best matches AEW's ever done.
We don't know that though.
Still,
we don't know they can't top it.
I mean, in
if that's going to be
WWE, who's gonna bleed like that? Dustin looked like an apple.
I feel for them due to their history, because they're going to use their dad and everything, and the whole should have been me, that type of stuff. I feel like for that match, and they're probably gonna do Hell in a Cell because you got to go all out. And for that match only, you go, if you bleed, make sure it's the hard way, and then you go from there.
All right. I mean, yeah, it could definitely work. I mean, him going out retiring in AEW just for some reason doesn't feel super right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind
And that's why I
another
feel like
Goldust
WWE
run. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like WWE.
Yeah, I could see that. I would also like to see him go do some New Japan stuff. Has he ever done New Japan stuff?
I believe early on, yes.
Okay, yeah, I would like to see him go back over there and be like, yo, I'm gonna go out on my shield for real. You know what I mean? Like some real strikes. We gonna go, but he's more of a pro wrestling guy. But yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Maybe not Cody, but who else would it be if it's not Cody? So probably Cody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 89 to 90, he was in
Okay,
Japan.
yeah, before WCW.
Yeah.
Right before WCW, yep. That's what's up. Yeah, good for Dustin, man. He's been a massive contributor to the pro wrestling landscape for 30 years. That man deserves to go off and ride off into the sunset and enjoy his retirement. Still performing at a high level at this point in his life, and just wants to go chill and let the young guys take over, which is what the OG should be doing. So yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna end. You know what? If Cody takes the belt off of Roman Reigns, if he comes out to celebrate with him, be like, yo, thank you. They celebrate together. And next thing you know, he turns on him right there.
Dustin
on his
turns
shining moment.
on him?
Cody on the night of his shining moment. You started there.
That would be epic if they actually did that. That would be kind of epic.
And what would be even more epic is if, because in November they always do like Starrcade and everything, rather than like just make, or you got to move it probably October, but turn Starrcade into, for one night, Starrcade comes back as an actual pay-per-view, and the show that Dad started, we're on it, we're main eventing in North Carolina.
That would be fire, bro. That would be good. I don't, maybe WWE isn't big on doing the one-off pay-per-view names anymore. You know what I mean? Like as much as they used to, but I would take that one just because of the meaning behind it. And Triple H loves Dusty, obviously, so
yeah,
it could definitely happen.
Speculation about a possible WrestleMania 39 feud between Roman Reigns and The Rock was fueled again by a scene set in the future on the December 2nd episode of Young Rock, where fans spotted the Universal title in Dwayne Johnson's trophy case. This is the second time they've done that. They did it when little Roman Reigns asked if he's ever going to face his cousin, and he basically told him, if we ever do it, we got to do it on the big grandest stage of them all, which we all know what that is. So even the TV show is doing the heavy lifting for promos of The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And last but not least, asked on Twitter if the situation between AEW and CM Punk is a storyline building to his return, Dave Meltzer replied, "It's definitely not an angle today. Many hope it will become one, but the odds are strong that won't happen." From what it seems, everybody wants to, CM Punk wants to move on, but Tony Khan wants to make sure that his non-compete goes way past Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, because he does not want to be put in that position of this man showing up for either one of those shows. So,
I mean, it's smart business-wise, but it also makes you look like a dick.
I mean, it's stuff that Vince used to do.
That's what I'm saying. He's literally becoming the Vince McMahon of AEW. Like, this is supposed to be an alternative where things were done differently. It looks like the same shit to me. That's all. I mean, and I get it. Like, people think that they're going to do things different, then they get in a position and they realize how business works and how you have to be a boss and you have to do things a certain way because it's a business. But that's not what you said, bro. You said it was going to be different. It's an alternative. We're not doing things like, and that's not what it's looking like, Fizz. It's looking like they're probably just gonna start building hostility, conjuring more hostility backstage because people are gonna see this. They're gonna be like, all right, you holding Punk hostage. Other wrestlers are gonna see that might potentially want to sign with him and be like, well, shit, I might as well just sign with WWE. Y'all doing the same shit over here. You know what I mean? So that little bit of leverage, like, oh, we're gonna treat you so much better and blah blah blah. That's out the door. That's way out the door. Like all them people who signed who can't get on TV and we're given those promises. Miro, we gonna say his name every show until he's back on TV, and then and thereafter. So.
I'm not sure if you remember Callie Ray, who used to be with AEW.
Yeah, of course, the little spunky girl. Yeah,
she's doing her tryout today at the Performance Center. So
so she's gonna be the new Bailey. She's gonna be the new Bailey, the new old Bailey, the old version of Bailey, but a new person. Is that what's gonna happen? Yeah, they gotta
possibly
have that girl for the kids. Because you think about it,
I mean,
we have no female superstars for the kids.
That and they need more face women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a lot of baby face women right now. Like Bianca Belair feels like it, and Asuka, but Asuka's Asuka. Like, she be doing her own thing or whatever. But
and Alexa seems to be shifting. We
Yeah,
don't know where she's going.
She's crazy. She's crazy.
Yeah, we need more face.
That
we
doll
need more
should
faces
scare
when
kids.
It comes to women.
You should not let kids play with that doll. It's scary. Lily's back. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, the greatest combination happened last night as well.
What's that?
Naomi was sitting courtside.
Bruh. Oh my God. I'll pull it up for y'all real quick. You know I had to post this to the gram, nigga. I had 7 wet dreams in 7 minutes. I'm gonna just let you know already. I'm just
all right, you gotta relax, sir.
I'm just saying, bro. Look.
You acting like gross and almost, man.
Look at that, hey man.
Relax.
Look at that gorgeous, beautiful chocolate, bro. Look at them, bro. Look at them. Look at them. Like, look,
Hey,
listen.
Black women wrestling.
Oh my God.
Can never go wrong.
I love
Can
you
never
both.
go wrong.
You both. I love you both. Listen, I know you're both married, but listen, if you ever get divorced. All right, what's next?
That was it.
That was it. All right, I think that's it for the news. I don't think I have anything else to add on outside of what's going on with the blunt ratings. Let's see if there's any other stories I wanted to touch on. No, I think that's pretty much it. Sasha Banks got some trademarks that hinted she might be back at getting back into pro wrestling. Sasha's just trolling us. It's like stuff.
We talked about that.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. Yeah. Kylie Ray, yeah, we talked about that. All right, I think that's pretty much all the news, guys. Are you ready for the blunt ratings for Monday Night Raw. Let's get into it.
Time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Song tour. We want the smoke. We want the smoke.
Come on, Charlie.
Yes, sir. We back with the Blunt Ratings for Monday Night Raw, and it was a very, 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 very slow show. There were some good moments, though. I heard people like just bashing the show. I was like, it wasn't that bad. It did feel a little long in the tooth, but it wasn't a horrible show. There were some things on there that were a little confusing, but we're going to talk about it all and give it Blunt Ratings at the end of the show. The show held from 20 minutes from my apartment. I'm mad because I had no idea they were in the city last night. It's like I had no idea.
For mine.
Yeah, I'm like, he's like, he came to our town. I'm at every Monday Night Raw or SmackDown that comes to DC. So I was like, what the hell? I was like, how did I not know? I got to pay attention better. But we started the show off with the Bloodline. You know what I mean? Coming out, feeling oozy. This shit was funny because it's always funny or great, whatever it is. There's usually an element of funny in it at least. But since Sammy's joined, they have been killing the comedy. And Sammy has been the leader of that. But they got out the truck all happy or whatever. They went into the ring. The Bloodline is now in your city. You know what I mean? Jimmy's line that he always does. And then he said he got some bad news. And they announced this before. Well, it was on the wrestler that was supposed to be in the match announced it. But they said that, Drew McIntyre isn't going to be able to compete. So we're not going to have a tag team match tonight. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's it. Because it was supposed to be Sheamus and Drew McIntyre going up against the Usos for the titles.
Yeah, and I got
right?
updated today. That's happening on SmackDown.
I figured
but
they would do that.
It will be Butch and Sheamus.
Yes,
versus
they're
the
going.
Usos.
Yep, they're switching it out. So they brought that up, and then Saxon. What happened after that? Matt Riddle. I guess he was on his scooter riding very angrily.
Yeah, almost hit him.
Yeah, he was mad as hell on his scooter, boy. I was like, damn. He's like, he's not cool, man. What you did to Elias, man? It's like, yo, he definitely sounds like the dude from not How High. What's the other movie? The other weed movie with Dave Chappelle. I can't remember.
Oh, Half Baked.
Half Baked. There you go. Yeah, he definitely sounds like the tall dude in that movie. Yeah, man, it's not cool, man. What you did to Elias, man. Oh man, but
it wasn't very oozy.
Yeah, it wasn't. He said it wasn't very oozy, and then Sammy came back with one of the greatest lines ever. He said, "I'm the fucking." He said, "I am." What did he say? I forgot the exact line. I ain't write it down. He said something like, "I'm the general
of the oozy."
Yeah, like I'm the only one that knows how to define oozy. I determine what's oozy and what's not oozy. I'm a oozyologist. That's what he said.
Yes, he's an oozyologist. And there was a dude behind him like, oozyologist.
Oozyologist.
One of the people in the crowd. They mouthed that to like they're white. They were sitting there like,
it's like, what the fuck? Nobody knows what that is. But we do now. Then after that, he was like, hold up, dog. That shit cracked me up because he said that shit like 3 times. Hold up, dog. Hold up. My dog. I love Sami Zayn. But Riddle said he did find a tag team partner for tonight after they took out Elias. And he said that tag team partner is going to be, and then Kevin Owens' music came out, or hit, and Kevin Owens came out. You know what I mean? And Kevin Owens chased everybody off. And that's pretty much what we're gonna get. It's a great match to start the show. What'd you think of
First of all, Elias should be mad at Riddle for recruiting a guy that ended Ezekiel's career. Like,
that's a good point. They were just feuding. Wait a minute. But Kevin Owens is a babyface now, I guess. But That just
See,
happened.
this is how you build a seed
That just
for
happened.
for Elias versus Matt Riddle. Be like, hey, I
Right. I'm
was
like,
like, I get it. You wanted to fight him, but you couldn't find anybody else.
I totally forgot about
Anybody.
that. It was
Yeah.
that wasn't good either. Nothing Elias is involved in is good, except for his first stint with Kevin Owens when they were doing the song and wherever they were. That
They were in
shit was
Seattle.
yeah, Seattle. That's right. They were getting crazy heat. That was the best version of Elias, and that shit was
Yeah,
average.
you mentioned the Sonics. That's what.
Oh
happens.
yeah. They're still a little sensitive about that.
Everybody looked good. Like this was
Yeah,
a
the match was
great
fire.
way to start it off, and I love
17
the
super
ending.
kicks.
Yeah, but I love how they ended it.
Yeah, facts.
The super kick into the 1D. Which man, I wish I like them using it. I kind of wish. I mean, Bubba Ray's still wrestling. I just kind of wish Devon wasn't, so we could have. They'll take the L on that, but I would say my favorite moment of the night, of course, was December 4th. Was 13-year anniversary of the
Yes.
death of Umaga, who died at 36 in
Yes.
2009. And I mean, you've been saying it. A lot of people have been saying it
Yep.
when it comes to Solo Sequoia. He has that
He's a
Umaga
baby
feel.
Umaga, yo.
And after Usos retained their title, KO chased off the Bloodline, who were about to beat down Matt Riddle even more. We chased him off with a chair, then went up there. That left Sequoia and Matt Riddle in the ring. Sequoia beats him by himself, hits him with the Samoan spike, then puts the chair over his head and runs right into it.
Did
And
another
of
hip
course
attack. Yeah.
Yep, and that's gonna put Riddle out for a hot minute. He's going on vacation. I mean, and it looked great to have Solo look like a beast
He
and
just
look
looked
like
like
an
a
actual
monster. Yeah.
threat.
Yep.
And I also kind of feel there because Randy's been just going through like every surgery at this moment.
Yeah. He's gonna be gone for a while.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they kind of have a better update of when Randy might be coming back, and you just keep Randy and Matt Riddle out until then.
Back surgery.
And then,
He could be out for another year, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Back surgery.
it depends on what they've heard.
And his finisher is the RKO. Like
Yeah.
he literally has to land on his back, even when he's doing his DDT off the second rope. Like he's slamming himself on his back. Like that stuff takes a toll on these guys' body doing those moves multiple times a week. You know what I mean? On that hard ass mat. That mat is hard if you never stepped on a wrestling ring. That shit is hard. It's wood. You know what I mean? With a thin layer of pad on it. You know what I mean? That shit is not easy to smash yourself on. So, it's just like Hogan with the hip and Brian with the head from doing flying headbutts. It's like you keep doing those moves over and over and over and over. It's going to take a toll. And I mean, I'm praying for a speedy, healthy recovery for Randy Orton. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he never wrestled again. And I don't even want to put that out in the stratosphere, honestly, but it's back surgery. It's not like, and he's 40, you know what I mean? So it's not like he's 20 getting back surgery. So as you know, I'm born and raised in St. Louis. Randy Orton, was born and raised like 20 minutes from where my mom lives right now. So it's, he's obviously a favorite of mine. He's one of the only wrestlers my mom knows because he's from St. Louis. So I'm always rooting for Randy, man. Plus, he's one of the greatest of all time, obviously. So hopefully he gets well and they can figure out something to do with him. But this is good for Riddle. They need to get him off TV because he was trash for the last 3 months. Ever since the whole shit with Seth Rollins, which was fire, they were cutting these intense promos, cursing each other out. You know what I mean? Talking about family shit. And then he just immediately goes back to being goofy-ass Matt Riddle, who's stoned all the time, which I don't have a problem with. But don't be stupid. You know what I mean? Don't, come out there and be goofy. You making stoners look retarded. Like, I'm sorry. You making me, I handle a lot of business every day. I'm not, hey, man, I don't talk like this, man. Like, I don't know. It's like, that's because you smoke weed don't mean that's how you act. So it's like they didn't need to do that. They need to let him be a prize fighter, a cage fighter. He is the most legit person in the company when Brock Lesnar is not there. Period. Maybe Bobby Lashley can hold, is also there. But Riddle is it, and he can't be doing this goofy stuff, man. Like, when he got serious, Gruss, you're right. That was the best version of Riddle. When he was in NXT battling with Timothy Thatcher and all these other people in NXT, that was the best Riddle. He wasn't doing all this goofy stuff. So Vince McMahon got a hold of him. He's like, oh, you smoke weed? Oh, okay, it's legal in a lot of places. We got something to do with that now. We can sell some weed T-shirts. Like, man, get out of here with that. But anyways, the match was really good. Like you said, the finish was great. Bloodline got the dub. So that was that. Solo attacked
What if
him after the match. It was great. Go ahead.
what if this was the reset for him?
I think it is. That's why I said I'm
Yeah.
glad he off TV. He got to come back
Yeah.
on some whole new stuff. They clearly wrote him off. You know what I mean? He's gonna be gone for a couple weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him to the new year. And then when he comes back, he won't have a scooter and bongos. Simple.
Yeah,
You
Royal
know what I mean?
Rumble and give him some new
perfect.
music.
Perfect.
And he doesn't come out dancing. He just comes out.
Perfect. Even though he has a classic theme song is fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, but he does need a change. You know what I mean? Give him a hardcore rock song or something like that. Like, give him some hard shit. Like, he needs something. You know what I mean? Because this goofy shit is burnt out. You know what I mean? Literally burnt out. You know what I mean? So after that, they told us about the triple threat matches that were, we saw the EMTs dragging Riddle out in the neck brace. They were just pushing him all over the place in the ring. I was like, yo, they could at least hire some real EMTs to do this because they're hurting him. They was just like, yo, get on the board. I'm like, damn, he got a neck injury. You shoving him by his head and shit. It's like, all right. He's fired these people immediately. But we're getting 2 triple threat matches tonight for a chance to get at the title because whoever wins the triple threat matches, they're going to face off, and then they'll be the number 1 contender for Bianca's title. In the first match, we got Rhea Ripley going up against Asuka, going up against who else was in that match?
Bayley.
Bayley, yep. And then we had I don't know how these matches weren't switched, but we had the main event that happened. It was Becky.
Well, we
Alexa
know why
Bliss
that
and
one was
Nikki
the main
Cross.
event.
It makes it.
'cause
Yeah,
of
you're
Becky.
right. For the angle. But Rhea was backstage at Judgment Day. She ain't have nobody with her or whatever. Bianca Belair was back there. She said she gonna have Rhea says she gonna have all the women in that match calling her mommy afterwards. Then what we had, this is, I don't know if this was entertaining or not, Fizz. Maybe you could help me out. There was moments of it I enjoyed. There was funny parts, but it's not clicking for me. We had the JBL Poker Invitational. Obviously, JBL Poker in wrestling, that's his thing. Been doing it since the APA, him and Farouk or Ron Simmons. So that's normal. Cool with that. Obviously, I'm a massive poker fan. I'm up like $4,000 over the last 2 weeks at MGM. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You want to play some Texas Hold'em? I'm all with you. I've been playing poker for 17 years. So I'm with that. I like that aspect of it. I just don't think JBL should be here. Maybe I'm tripping. I just don't think Baron Corbin needs him. Baron Corbin feels like he's like fodder now. He don't even feel important at all. JBL looks like the star of that team. He sounds like the star of that team. He carries himself like the star of that team. And last night just reiterated that even more because JBL basically screamed on everybody, including Baron Corbin, like they were all his sons at one point. So they were all backstage playing poker. It was 2 tables. Everybody had chips or whatever. At one point, Corbin was, I got a straight. He had a straight 5 to the 9. And then Dexter Loomis came in and he started playing. JBL ain't even want him in there. First of all, JBL, you can't play. And Dexter's like, bitch, you see this Louis bag? You know how much this costs? I could put this on the table with nothing in it and play.
He didn't think he had the 50,000 buy-in.
First of all, $50,000 buy-in. Why is Tamina there? I'm so confused. She got that kind of money?
She was watching.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. What? I was like, she got that bag? I was like, Otis got $50,000 to play poker?
He was watching as well. He wasn't sent down.
You're right. But
Dominic
yo, he was
and,
bro, I love that
Tazawa,
guy. I love
Tazawa, he had it, but he probably stole a bunch of people's money. So
bro, Tazawa is now good again. Let's just call it Tazawa is now good again. I'm glad they got him out that karate outfit and put him in a suit.
He was in that suit.
Yeah,
that
he was in that suit.
Legit.
What Dominic say? He was like, they was arguing. He was like, yo, you're almost as short as my deadbeat dad. I was like, yo, can you stop with this, Dom? It was so hilarious the way he says it. It's so smug. Right? But Tazawa's response was fucking hilarious. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm looking up at Dom because he is shorter. I don't care. Yo, I was like, yo, this dude is hilarious, yo. the way he delivered that line was fucking comedy, bruh. And then obviously that led to a match because JBL was like, no fighting in here. Get out. You know what I mean? Yeah, take that outside.
Yeah.
So then we got a match between those guys. We actually got 2 matches out of this poker tournament. I could just wrap it all up in one. Later on, because AJ Styles was playing poker as well, while the boys watched. No, it wasn't AJ. It was getting a close up of the beard. It wasn't AJ. It was who was playing? Luke was it Gallows? Gallows was playing. Yeah, Gallows was playing. Yeah, and the other 2 were watching. And Gallows and fucking God damn it,
Machine
it's too
Gun,
many
Carl
fucking
Anderson?
wrestlers. No,
Who
the
you talking-
fucking Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy.
Fuck, bro. It's too many wrestlers. You know what I'm talking about.
Chad
Chad
Gable,
Gable.
Otis.
Damn it. Yeah, Chad Gable.
Nerd, shush.
Yeah, they were doing the nerd. Shh. Nerd. Shh. Nerd. Shh. I was dying laughing during this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, it's so stupid, but I'm laughing. That's why I don't know if it's good or not. I can't tell. Can't tell if I was just high and I was laughing at some shit. No, I wasn't high because my son was still up. So I didn't know what it was. I was laughing though. Yeah, so they ended up having a match. AJ Styles was like, yo, you bring your 2 boys with you and we all go out to the ring and have a match. And so they had a match as well. But the first one was Tozawa going up again. Wait a minute, we didn't even talk about the
match between
the
Asuka
women's match.
versus
Yeah,
Bayley
I'm
versus
tripping.
Rhea
We didn't even
Ripley.
talk about that match. This was the best match of the night. Let's just go ahead and put that out there. Yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't want to skip over it. This is definitely the best match.
And it's
of the night.
crazy because like they had like a really bad botch, but the match
it
was so
It
good,
looked like the Ronda
nobody
Rousey
cared
shit.
about it.
Yeah. See,
Nobody
that's
cared.
the difference though, bro. When 99% of the shit you do, everybody can understand, nigga, the ropes get slippery, your hands get slippery, stuff happens.
But
in a
also
wrestling
Asuka
match.
was very smart when she jumped off her back and she fell because of her foot slipping off of Bailey's back. She at least had the foresight to then try to go for a punch.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it was like,
'cause
yeah,
she
I
has
fell,
foresight.
but I
Yep.
still technically hit her.
Right.
So-
Exactly. So it doesn't look like a complete mess of a botch. But even still, the match was so good, nobody cared. Asuka did that code breaker on both of them off the top.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that shit was fire. And she actually nailed that shit.
I think Asuka had some of the best moves.
She did have the
that-
best offense in the match.
The belly to belly,
Bro,
where she turned
bro,
it into a
bro,
roll up.
What the fuck? I've never seen that before. I was like, yo, this
It
girl
looks
is
so
a wrestling
good.
genius. I was like, she is
It
a
looks
wrestling
so
genius.
good.
I was like, she perfectly executed a roll up out of the belly to belly suplex. I didn't even know you could do that. Like, how do you
I didn't
even
know you could do that either.
like how do you even contort to this shit was ridiculous. My jaw dropped when I saw that. I ain't gonna lie. That was first time I ever seen some shit like that. It was beautiful.
I rewinded a few times. I was like,
Yeah, that shit was crazy,
This
bro.
was
But then,
perfect.
towards the end, Rhea Ripley went for a senton on the outside on Bailey and whiffed. Yeah, that shit
looked painful.
It did look painful because and I guess she sold that shit because she was out for the next 5 minutes. We didn't see her again till after the match. But then that's when Bailey got in and hit the rose plant for the 1-2-3 on Asuka. It sucks that Asuka looks so great, had all the best moves in the match, and then took the pin. I was like, that's what I'm saying. She just there at this point. They know she's good, so she's in high profile feuds and matches, but she never wins anymore. You know what I mean? That's frustrating.
But
she's clearly one of the best.
Shout out to Rhea Ripley with her Northern Light suplex.
Oh, that was pretty too. Yeah, that was pretty too.
But with Asuka, it really feels like, yeah, we might not get another run with her being a champion again. But I know
That's so
Triple
ridiculous.
H. It does have her and EO in mind for a feud.
Yes, I mean a feud or a tag team. They really need them to be in a tag team.
They've been in a tag team before.
You're right.
But
Yeah, you're right. Stardom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With EO's sister. It was her EO's sister, her, and they had a triple
Seen
tag
some
team. I
pictures.
can't remember what their
Yeah.
names were, but they teased it so much, like they're gonna have a one-on-one. It's gonna be at a major pay-per-view. And if that one is successful, they're gonna run it back probably 2 more times. Because when anytime two people are really great, they're running. They got to do the one person wins, the other person loses, and then we got to do the rubber match, and then we move on from there. Which will I think they're going to use her to elevate EO for the title in the future, because Triple H loves EO. So
Triple H made Asuka the longest reigning women's champion in NXT. He clearly loves her too. And she has been nothing close to that since she's been on the main roster. Not even close. Nothing. She's been doing great stuff. She carried them for 6 months through the pandemic, just being hilarious and laughing all the time. But she hasn't been anything close to what she was in NXT. I think she still deserves her run. You know what I mean? As a dominant champion but they're not gonna do it. It's still the Baileys and the Sashas and the all.
Royal Rumble would not surprise me if we somehow ended up with Asuka versus EO as a start.
Oh, and I can see that. That'll be like their third or fourth interaction at this point. So they definitely gotta
have that be their first match. They have another one either on Raw, SmackDown for number 2, and then number 3 would be WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, that would be shit. I hope they get to that fast. Asuka and EO at WrestleMania. That means they would have to take the belts off of Damage Control, which they should probably do anyway, because that group is not over. At all. Unfortunately, they are not over. Even though I'm looking forward to that Dakota Kai. Who's she wrestling? Tegan. Who's she wrestling on SmackDown? She wrestling somebody on SmackDown. They announced the match that I was looking forward to.
If it's Tegan Knox, it's going to be a banger because
I think it's Tegan. I think it's Tegan. Bailey won the first triple threat match, so she's got her spot in the match for number 1 contendership match. Then we saw Seth freaking Rollins, or we heard Seth freaking Rollins is gonna this guy, man, what the fuck did he have on? This angers me with his clothes sometimes.
Fashion. You know nothing about that. Know nothing about that.
ParisTerrell.com. Listen, listen. You all know who this channel is sponsored by. My life is fashion. One of the most well-dressed people in this city. I don't see it on this podcast because I be on this dusty as hell. You know what I mean? But I step outside, my outfits cost $5,000. You know what I mean? So fashion is my thing. You know what I mean? I design clothes for a living for the last 18, 19 years.
Yes.
What the fuck Seth Rollins is wearing is not fashion. It's ridiculous.
Hold on. This is fashion made for the Monday Night Messiah. Are you a Monday Night Messiah? No. No.
And I don't want to be if I have to dress like that. I just don't want to be. Certain things I don't want to do if I have to look ridiculous, and that is one of them. Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, literally, Messiah, Jesus Christ. Anyways, but yeah, it's
aerialist.
He had a crop top,
man, the future of WWE. Come on,
it's a crop top pink blazer. How does that even work? Like, I don't even know how. It's crop top blazer, a double-breasted crop top blazer. Yeah, it's shoulder pads in.
The clothing is a triple entendre. Don't ask me how.
I mean, yeah, so I guess we gonna figure it out. But he came out, he was talking this shit or whatever, doing the Seth Rollins thing. And then Bobby Lashley interrupted him, and Seth started trolling the shit out of him about Brock Lesnar. Like, I think you're kind of obsessed with Brock Lesnar, bro. I think it's because you can't beat him. And then Bobby Lashley got all this face. He was like, no, maybe you know what it is? I think you're jealous of Brock Lesnar. That's when and that's when Lashley snatched him up. Like, bitch, I will eat you right now. Look at you. I will literally devour you whole. Stop playing. That's how I felt. That ain't what he said, but that's how I felt. He was looking at him. But yeah, they start brawling. It was a light brawl. They ain't really do nothing. Couple punches or whatever. Lashley accidentally speared. Do you know who this guy is? Petey Williams or whatever.
Canadian Destroyer. The creator of the Canadian Destroyer. Yes.
That's why everybody knows who he is. Okay, so I'm out the loop because I was like, why does everybody seem like they know who this guy is? I don't know who the fuck is this person.
Little Petey Pump.
That's what's up. See, and I heard that name too. I was like, what? What is this?
He used to run around with Scott Steiner.
Oh, okay. See, I have no idea. That was that Impact or TNA?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So yeah, he got speared on the accident. So that was that.
You remember, the Steiner math thing, right?
Yeah.
The dude, the small dude
that was
also just
in the shot.
Oh
Williams. Shit!
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know that was okay. That's what's up. Now I know he is definitely. I've seen that promo like 75 times, so now I know exactly. That's definitely him. I never even paid attention. That's what's up.
Grush says
So
Maximum Male Models has a new leader, Seth Rollins. That would be great.
hey, that would be fire. That would actually be fire. I ain't gonna lie.
I would love that.
That would actually be fire. Okay. Who said that? Wait a minute. Who said Gruss? Wait a minute, Gruss.
Yeah.
What? Listen. What the fuck, man? Call your people. You know what I mean? Let them know what they need to do. Cause
Fashion Shield.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That would be a genius, bro. That's genius. But he would have to go back to being a heel because that's not a babyface gimmick.
Yeah.
Like people gonna boo the shit out of them just cause. But yeah, we Byron Saxton was backstage with Austin Theory, who was basically like, yeah, I'm the new Austin Theory. You know what I mean? Everybody, I'm a reign forever. I'm the man now. I'm angry. Look at my face. My arms
And
sexy.
out of nowhere.
Right. Mustafa, here he comes.
He materializes no matter where
Just
you are.
out of
as
thin air.
Bobby Lashley. As Bobby Lashley.
Hold on.
He never knows where he
Hold on. Here's Mustafa. Hold on. Opportunity.
You know what?
Like,
though?
where did you come from?
You know what? He could, if he ended up with the Money in the Bank, he could be the greatest of all time.
Oh, bro, yes.
Nobody would. He'd just pop up.
Oh, bro, he would try to cash that shit in every other day, bro. That shit would be funny and just fail
him
without.
and a ref would just pop up.
Right, exactly.
Match ends. Next thing you know, you getting rolled up 1, 2, 3. And you're
Man,
like, what?
it would be funny if he just got beat up before he cashed it in like 20 times. Like he would just try to cash in every time. They would just beat him up before he could do it. Or Bobby Lashley or Seth Rollins or somebody wouldn't never let him cash in. They start stalking him like he was stalking them. So that shit would be funny. Now I want that to happen. Damn, y'all got some good ideas today, man. Y'all got some good ideas today. Poor Petey Williams, they destroyed his move. You could have told me Ray Phoenix came without that move. I would have believed you. Shout out to Petey Williams, though. I know he came with the Canadian Destroyer. That's wrestling history right there. That's what's up. So, yeah, he was back there, and, yeah, Mustafa appeared out of nowhere. It was like, yo, what's up with that belt?
Run me that.
What that belt hitting on? He's like, all right, kid. Hey, listen, you little muskrat. You little fucking ant. Leave me alone. I'm going to give you this one last shot. Sit. One more time. And I don't ever want to hear the word opportunity come out your mouth again. So, yeah, that was pretty funny. Then after commercial, we were back at the JBL poker tournament, and that's when we saw the challenge between all those guys. Corbin tried to cheat. This motherfucker showed 4 kings at one point, and some cards fell out his sleeve. We all could have saw that coming from a mile away. And yeah, that's when who was he beefing with? There was so much going on during this fucking tournament. Who's the other guy back there? Not Dom.
The Luke Gallows, Chad Gable thing? Or no?
Yeah, that's who. Is that who?
Yeah.
Corbin went out there with Luke. Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, am I missing somebody? That was all the people that were there, yeah. So, yeah, they made that match because, they accused him of cheating or whatever. They called him cheating or whatever. So, it was what it was. Then we saw Austin Theory get to the ring, and he had his match against Mustafa, and it's a good match. It's like these two great wrestlers. Mustafa, he's selling, bro. When he got thrown into the ring post, I thought he died. I thought his shoulder literally came off his body. It was. Did you see that sell, though? He flew into the ring post and flew outside. I don't know how you fly twice without landing, but he took off twice without ever landing. He said, boom, hit the ring post, then flew that direction. I was like, damn, this man is amazing. I was actually going to tweet that like, yo, this dude's selling is so fucking fire. He's really good at his job. You know what I mean?
And due to all that selling, Dolph Ziggler was like, we can't be having that.
You can't. Nobody going to top me. Ain't
You
nobody
know
going to
who
top
I
me.
am? Greatest seller
I'm the greatest
of all
seller of
time.
all time. You see these flops, boy? You see these back bumps I take, boy? Are you playing with me? Trying to take my spot? They already ain't got me on TV. But he showed up. He showed up out of nowhere. This shit was so frustrating because it was like, all right, they having a great match, whatever, And then this motherfucker Dolph just come out of nowhere, and his reasoning was so infuriating. This man got a title match going on. You get him disqualified by interfering in the match, and then you tell this man, I did it for us. It's like, bitch, no, you didn't. Who is us? Right. Who the fuck is us? I'm wrestling for the title. Who are you helping? It's like, you should have beat me up. That wouldn't have helped either, but I'm saying, like, you ain't helping us. It's terrible. So then they start brawling. Theory just beats up both of them. You know what I mean? I think he hit Ziggler with an A-Town down. And yeah, I guess they're going to be building towards Austin Theory and Ziggler. So Mustafa isn't in that feud. Or maybe there's a triple threat. What you think?
I would love for that to be a triple threat.
Triple threat, right? Yeah.
That'd be great.
That'd be fire, bro. That's a fire. Dolph makes every match better as far as the wrestling. Yeah. No one cares about his character, though. So you could throw him in the match, you know what I mean, to make the match better, but you need a couple other people that someone cares about. People care about Mustafa a little bit. You know what I mean? They care about Austin Theory, even if they hate him. You know what I mean? So Ziggler could get these guys over.
Hey, Ziggler has one of the, the biggest songs, the cricket song. He's here to show the world.
The cricket,
Cricket Mobile, because they used to always play.
That was the Cricket Mobile song. I never even noticed that. Holy shit.
I'm here to show the world.
I did not even notice that, bro. That is hilarious.
Any WWE cricket thing, that is the song playing in the background.
That is hilarious. I did just like, I never pay attention. They have a deal with cricket, right?
Yeah.
The wrestlers are always in the commercials. Yeah. So that's what's up. So yeah, great match interrupted by Dolph Ziggler. So hopefully we'll get a triple threat out of that. Austin Theory looked strong afterwards, beating both of them up, though. I will say that. He definitely looked like a beast. So they're building him up. They're repairing his image after the failed Money in the Bank briefcase cash in. So that was good for him. The final segment of the Poker Invitational that we didn't speak about was The Miz pulling up outside.
Broke Miz.
Yeah, I guess we're just going to transfer the gimmicks. Jesus Christ, this is a lazy ass show. But Miz
Corbin got rich.
Right.
It was trading places.
That's what it is. It's Eddie Murphy and fucking John Lovitz. No, was that John Lovitz in that movie? Who was in that movie?
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd. That's who it was. So yeah, this was weird because Miz rolls up outside Corbin's and JBL's like, yo, what's up? He's like, yo, I'm trying to get in the tournament, but I'm a little short on cash. First of all, you live in a 1,000-bedroom mansion. We've seen your house. Liquidate some shit. If you ain't got 50 grand, bro, sell your house because that's too much house. You got maids and shit. You ain't got 50 grand. Something ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing. But he's like, I ain't got the money. He's like, yo, it's 50K, bro. He's like, I'm good for it, man. JBL, like, that ain't how this shit work, bitch. You got me fucked up. So he's like, yo, what about this Rolex? And I was like, oh.
My man said that joint's fake.
Oh, this is bad.
That watch is
looked at this shit
TikToking.
like, it's fake.
It's TikToking.
The second hand on your Rolex is ticking, Miz. And if you know anything about watches, you know that shit just supposed to spin smoothly. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know. I looked at a lot of Rollies. I ain't got one yet, but I will.
I should have worn mine, so I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, you forgot about it. Yeah, I gotta get me one, man. My shit I want costs like 30 grand though. Man. That's a lot of money. But yeah, so he called him out for his watch being fake, and Miz walked away looking sad as fuck, like he didn't know. Or maybe he did know and didn't think JBL would know. How would that be possible when JBL is also rich? That's crazy. But yeah, that was funny. Then we had the whole cheating stuff with Corbin and all that. Kathy Kelly was backstage with Bianca Belair, and she basically said nothing. She said, whoever's winning the match, they're going to have to face me. Nobody can beat me. I'm the best, blah, blah, blah.
If you want some, come get some.
Yeah,
basically.
Bro, you literally stole the words out of my mouth. I was like, she's the female John Cena. I don't know how many times I could say it. She's the female John Cena. At some point, people going to get burnt out on her unless she turns heel. Like, because her character.
It's just that she's so impressive in the ring.
It is. She's so good. She's so good in the ring. She's probably
Super Bianca.
Possibly the best in the ring. Yeah, she's possibly the best, like athletically in the ring that they have. You know what I mean? Like Sasha Banks is a better pro wrestler. Bayley probably a better pro wrestler. You know what I mean? But athletically, nobody's better than Bianca, bro. Nobody could do the shit she could do. So, I mean, she's not wrong, but it's just like, We know you're good. We know you're probably gonna win. Stop rubbing it in our faces. We want to like you. Stop bragging. But yeah, we saw the whole replay from all the shit that happened earlier. After that, then we had the 6-man tag between the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson going up against Chad
Alpha
Gable,
Academy.
Otis, and Corbin.
Alpha Academy, they run Monday Night Raw every week.
They are there. At least they're on TV. They feel more important than they did when I was screaming that they need to be champions. At least they're like, they feel prevalent. They're always in the mix doing something, which is good because both of them are great. You know what I mean? I love Otis and his shades too. I forgot to mention that. Otis and his shades was cool as shit. Yeah, that's just funny. But this match was what it was. This was standard stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
They got over the shush nerd thing.
They
the
did.
Crowd.
The
which
crowd
was
into it. Yeah, it's a weird chant to get over with people, but it's
and to do in the middle of a match.
It's like, and most of y'all in the crowd are fucking nerds. So and y'all need to shut up. So y'all shushing, nerding each other. Don't shut up. Don't shut, because y'all were definitely shutting up at points you shouldn't have been. It was quiet in that bitch a couple times. But yeah, the match was standard stuff, man. It wasn't nothing really special, but it was good. I think, probably Carl Anderson and Chad Gable looked the best during the match.
They're the most technical. Well, outside of AJ's the best overall
AJ's
wrestler.
best
But
overall
when it comes to
wrestler in the match.
technical, that's Anderson and Chad Gable.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
why
You could tell.
you give them the time, and they did what they needed to do.
Facts. That Anderson spine buster, those suplexes, that overhead suplex by Chad Gable where he tosses him all the way over. I love that move.
Otis with his suplex on Luke Gallows.
Yeah, that was crazy. He
gave that man some air.
He did. He tossed his ass. So it was some good spots in the match.
Otis selling the Pele kick was really good from AJ.
Yeah, it was. And the right team won, you know what I mean? Because the OC won, you know what I mean? Shouldn't be having Corbin and Alpha Academy beat the OC at this point, because the OC needs to go into bigger feuds. And we already got some set up for, maybe we don't have something set up for Gable and Otis. I think they're just like doing whatever at this point. I wouldn't mind seeing them in a group with Corbin, like them kind of be a trio. It feels like WWE is coming up with a lot of trios now.
I mean, I told you before.
You did say something about that, right? Yeah.
They need to have a trio tag team. Like, I mean, there's too many 3-man groups that are running
it's
around.
Weird.
And you can have a belt for them. And if you're going to do it, the Brawling Brutes should be the ones that
definitely.
Brawling Brutes versus Imperium.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's right there. It's right there. Yeah, so I enjoyed this match. Standard stuff from the guys. Then after that, when we had Akira Tozawa and Dominic Mysterio. But before that, Candice LeRae was backstage, and you saw she was doing another promo, and Nikki Cross was in the back looking really weird and creepy, stalking her again.
Yeah.
And then
need to focus on her match he had coming up. But
yeah, exactly.
Nikki's not all there.
Yeah, I'm like, what's wrong with this? But Johnny
Focus on your
Gargano,
match, girl.
right? Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis walked up and showed her all the money they win, and she was like, "Hey, I'm a gold digger. I'm a gold digger. Like, I'm go spend your money." I was like, "But they ain't even your husband. What is she doing? That's Dexter money." That's not
But this led to Corey Graves having the weirdest reference, which made me go, "What?"
What did he say?
He said their relationship reminds him of something you would see on Backpage.
Oh God.
And I
Okay.
was like,
wait a minute,
sir,
Yes. Like, why
what?
would you bring it up on TV where kids are watching? Not people gonna go Google Backpage. Why would you do that, Corey?
Something that technically shouldn't exist anymore because
Does it even exist anymore?
Yeah, because the government basically said no, it's only on the black, unless you're going to go with the black market of the internet.
Right,
you can
right,
get
right.
to it. But it's like, dude, why are you? What was that?
Like,
Like,
literal prostitution going on that joint. Like all kind of money skit, like all the worst stuff going on the back pages. I ain't never seen it. I just everybody heard about it. But it's like,
I was like, at this point, you
Why
might as
would
well
you mention
should have just said this was something we saw on Brazzers
on
at that point.
Pornhub,
Like,
right? You might as well just say. You might as well just. Exactly. It's like, come
'cause
on, man.
Technically, that's a lot better than the one that you decided to pick. Like, what?
Also, coming from Corey Graves, who was just like 6 months ago doing entire makeout sessions with his wife on camera on the commentary desk, basically about to have sex on the commentary desk. Sir, you can't be the one calling people out for this. What? I had to watch you make out with Carmella like 7 times. I didn't know. I don't want to see that. So, but this was crazy. He did say that. That was weird. But yeah, Dominic Mysterio won. Good match. Outside of
Tozawa, his senton bomb,
sweet. It's the best.
he was so high
It's
to
the
miss
best.
it,
Yeah, yeah.
to know that nobody's gonna be there.
He
Like,
got
he
balls of
committed.
steel. Yeah, he's a G.
I would have done like the smallest
Yeah.
senton
His
bomb of
senton
all
is like
time.
it's like Montez's frog splash.
It's Montez Ford. Like,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. He
That
gets
is.
up there. He's always been doing it like that. It's like
It is.
perfectly executed too. Everything is perfectly executed.
He landed on his back, and I was like, you know what? I hope they paid him. double
Mysterio just
backstage.
moved out the way.
they just gave him money. Like,
Yep. And then he went up to the top rope and did that average ass looking frog splash that he does, and got the 1, 2, 3. I wish he had a different finisher.
it's a
honestly.
tadpole splash.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. Maybe it's not the same move then. I'll just call it a tadpole splash, and so I don't have those high expectations. But yeah, I just know you can't have Montez doing the frog splash that he does. Seth Rollins doing the frog splash that and then you got Dominic Mysterio looking uncoordinated as hell. Doing that shit.
Like,
I don't know.
he should just try to take over Seth's like 180 frog splash, because Seth doesn't do it that much anymore.
Oh yeah, the one where
when
he
he
turns
does
in
the
the
turn.
air.
So it's like, at least it's a little bit different,
Something
and you don't
different.
got to have too much height, like, because like you're not gonna get the height as Montez. So if you're doing a 180, at least makes it look different, and nobody
Everybody
can
who
look
did
up.
it, who made the move popular, added their own little thing to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody. Eddie Guerrero, obviously, the king of it, and RVD, obviously, Tuck is spreading his leg, tucking his elbow in
What's
there.
homeboy in NXT?
Who does frog splash? in
The
NXT
saucy
now?
he does it. He turns it into an elbow drop. The saucy ass white boy. What's that dude's name? The dude that's been
I know you.
beefing with Booker
I know
T.
you're talking about. I know exactly. Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my guy. I fuck with Grayson Waller. That's my guy. Yeah, so Mysterio got the win. Another dub for Judgment Day. They're the hottest thing on Monday Night Raw right now. Good for them. Massive turnaround from where they were, because obviously under Vince, it was like, oh, this is the burial of Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and I was like, okay, they're done now. But once Triple H took over, they skyrocketed towards the top of the card in the best way. It wasn't forced. It was just done exactly right. So good for Judgment Day. Then we had after that we had the triple threat. Was there any more segments? Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross made their entrances for the triple threat match. Becky Lynch came out after that. I almost forgot to talk about before we get to that. My bad. Bobby Lashley got reprimanded by Adam Pearce backstage.
Yeah.
He's like, I know it was an accident, but don't do that shit again. Bobby was like, bitch, tell him to stay on my way. Telling me not to do it again. Tell that motherfucker not to get in the ring again. How about that shit? Shit. Nobody asked him to come in here and try to break up a fight between two animals. Yeah, I mean, he got his ass ate. Shit. But that's when Petey got speared. That's why he was reprimanding him backstage, saying, "Don't let it happen again." Bobby like, or what, bitch? Or what?
Petey got cracked.
Yo. You should have done the high pitched rap voice.
Petey
got cracked. Petey.
Flip side.
That's the least Philly sounding nigga from Philly of all time. I ain't gonna but homie was a G though. Yeah, homie was a G in real life, so I respect it. Is he locked up now? Is he still locked up?
Just play.
I think he might still be locked up. Shout out to Petey Crack, man. You know what I mean? Petey was nice, bro. Petey was nice in his heyday, bro. Petey was body them beats, boy.
Tissy roll on a pole.
Man, he had some joints. So this main event match, guys, Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross versus Becky Lynch fell flat. There's a lot of spots in it that just weren't hitting for me. Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, I tweeted this out. She looks super bored. Like, she looks super bored. Even when they were showing her backstage stretching with the fucking lily
She's
doll
been looking
in the
like
shot.
that.
I said this in my tweet. I was like, I hope this is a part of the character because she's kind of been in a trance or whatever. So I hope this is like her just being off a little bit. But she don't even look like she want to be there now at this point. She just like, man, I don't want to do this shit. She even when they were wrestling the match, it was like she was just going through the motions. Even when there was a couple spots where she basically teased going back to the old Alexa, which basically they've already confirmed because Lily is back. She's wearing scary t-shirts. She's basically going back to the Bray Alexa, which makes no sense if Bray's trying to avoid becoming the Fiend. I don't know, is she going to be the reason that he turns back into the Fiend? I don't know where this is leading. I'm interested. I'm intrigued, but she definitely looked like she was going through the motions last night. And I tweeted that out, and it didn't age well because she won the fucking match. Becky looked the best during the match. You know what I mean? Oh, and the Rhea Ripley stare off because Judgment Day was out there with Dom or whatever. The stare down was crazy. I had to post that on IG. I need Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch in my life. That match has to happen. That's a WrestleMania match right there. But neither one of them got the title. They don't even need a title, honestly, to have that match. They could do what they do.
I feel the women's division, especially for Raw, is so deep that you're gonna have multiple matches with people not having a belt. That's what, like I said,
We're at that point.
Asuka.
Yeah.
Io, Asuka, Rhea, Becky, like what you're doing is putting over that younger talent. You don't really need a belt. You just put it on great matches.
That's it. It's like the Attitude Era, man. It was less belts and more main event important mid-card players. You know what I mean? It's about the stories, man. Nobody give a shit about them belts, bro. Like it's literally just trinkets. They're extra. Like the matches and the stories are why people watch wrestling. They don't.
Yeah,
don't care
the
about who has
issue
the title.
is when you focus so much on the belt, everything else suffers.
Yep, exactly. I.e. the championship division on Monday Night Raw because Roman has both belts. But Becky did a leg drop. She did a couple leg drops, and I wish she would stop doing that move, or she's gonna have back problems. Hulk Hogan did that shit off the floor. She's jumping off the top or rope or the second rope at least, and doing. I just don't like some moves. Like when I see Daniel Bryan doing flying headbutts or headbutts, period. I'm just like, nope, I don't need to see it. That makes me uncomfortable. Just cut yourself. I'd rather see that. I don't want to see. I want to see, and Becky doing those leg drops. I'm like, Becky, that just looks like your back is just going to be destroyed in a few years. Like just all the compression when you're jumping from that high and landing directly on your ass. Like that's just, I don't know. I know they're wrestlers and they doing what they do. I don't know. And it don't even look good. She like landed her leg on the person's chest. It's like she got titties. That's the softest place you can land your leg. That shit didn't really hurt her. It's like landed across her neck, like Nia Jax used to do. Put your ham hock right in her neck, right in her throat. Make it hurt, like Nia. You remember Nia, don't you, Becky? This match was, I ain't gonna lie, this match was boring as fuck, bro. I was like, this is the main event? I was honestly genuinely disappointed. Am I tripping, or do you feel the same?
It was okay.
That's something.
It got through what needed to get through. I was surprised that Alexa won. Like that was a surprise on the night, but I'm not mad at it.
No, once I thought about it, I was like, that makes sense. It actually does make sense because she's gonna fight Bayley. I wouldn't be surprised if now either one of them. I don't see Alexa beating Bayley.
I think I see it happening.
But I do though at the same time because I'm like,
I feel like it's going to happen because you notice, like Lily and all that stuff is now appearing again. Like when she came out, she had the huge Lily doll, which hasn't been seen in weeks.
Yeah,
I feel like her going against Bianca. Bianca's definitely going to win, but this is going to be the start of
the heel turn, the official heel turn. Yeah.
And her and Bray Wyatt and everything going on with him.
Yeah, and that's why I could see it because if they get to that match, because you do Bayley versus Bianca, we've seen it. I'm not even sure if I want to see that again.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
What?
I got it. This is what's gonna happen. We all remember what happened in WrestleMania. She distracted Bray. Bray lost.
Right. Yep.
He's gonna return the favor, and then they're gonna get back together. As this is like bygones be bygones, we're good. It's like you took away my big match. I'm taking away your big match. Here you go. Moving on.
They might not even have that discussion. He might just come out and mess up the match, and she just be like, "Oh, I still love you. I don't care." You know what I mean? It might even be, that actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I don't even know why else they would be doing it this way, other than to get those two back together. They're clearly getting back together because you can't give her
Because
that
even
gimmick
when
without
you
bringing
think
him
about when
back.
she was doing the stretching and stuff, and Lily was there, it was
Yeah.
kind of like she didn't notice that the Lily doll was there. It
Right,
was
she
just
wasn't
there.
even paying attention to it, and it looked like it was floating in the air. I don't even know what that shit was
Yeah,
attached to. And the shit popped up on the screen again, the little
yeah,
Bray
in the
Wyatt butterfly
background.
in the background. So it's clearly leading. And Bray Wyatt's every promo he does is like, "I don't want to be the Fiend anymore. I don't want to be the Fiend anymore." That's literally everything. So I feel like somehow, some way, Alexa's gonna bring that guy. She's gonna be the driving force to cracking that door open so the Fiend can return. And it's a slow burn, and this shit could end up being some epic shit. You know what I mean? Or it could just continue to be, what it is.
Mid
'Cause,
card.
yeah, mid-card shit. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't want it to be. Bray Wyatt's one of the top 5 stars in the entire company. He should not be anywhere near mid-card, but Alexa is extremely mid-card. I think that's why they're giving her the championship match, so she feels more important, because she's been on a little dry spell as of late, just being like Bianca's sidekick basically, and not even really saying much. But yeah, that was Monday Night Raw, and it was a show. It was a show. It was very long. It was very long. But Alexa won. I'm gonna get Alexa versus Bailey. All right, let's give the show blunt ratings. I don't want to be too hard on the show, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta be fair, man. Promos and backstage segments.
I mean,
Poker
the only
game.
promo I enjoyed was the Usos in the
Yeah,
beginning.
that's always funny.
I like the beginning. I don't think anybody else did really anything on the mic.
Tozawa
Like
shit was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Tozawa and those guys backstage, they had some funny moments, but it wasn't really nothing crazy, man. I gave it a 3 1/4. What did you think? Is that too low? Is that?
I'm halfway. I'm gonna say 2.5. I'm halfway.
Damn. All right, let's go with 3. Let's just go with 3. I was gonna say 3. I thought I was being too hard on the show, but clearly not. People like, "Oh, you hate wrestling." Be like, "Damn, man, I'm just trying to be honest." All right, now, what about the matches?
Really enjoyed Bloodline versus Kevin Owens and I'm forgetting that homeboy's name, Riddle.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that 3 women startup match. But I mean,
first match was fire.
And of course, Alpha Academy, Baron Corbin versus OC, that was decent. Mustafa Ali, I mean, it was a run-in, but Mustafa Ali versus
the wrestling was good.
Austin Theory was good. But like near the end, Tozawa, Dominic was what it was.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. But then the main event was not good at all.
Nah, shit fell flat.
3 for me.
I would agree. I gave that one a 3 as well. All right. Storytelling. This one's going to be tricky.
Us moving along, who's going to be, next up for the contendership for women. It's pretty good. We're moving everything along with Seth Rollins, and we're trying to figure out who's going to be the number one contender for, the Intercontinental Championship. That's with Seth Rollins and the U.S. Championship. Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley. So we're moving that along. I feel like we have a lot of stuff going on with Alexa Bliss. Nikki Cross has, no pun intended, Candice LeRae in the crosshairs. We building Becky versus Rhea Ripley. Like we're sprinkling all these little small things.
With Candice LeRae, bro, does she not watch the shows back? Does nobody does she not know that Nikki Cross is stalking her at this point? It's been a couple weeks now.
Who watches shows? Somebody's
I
gonna
mean,
have to tell
okay, you're
her.
right, but I bet she reads some tweets. I bet she sees some pictures of Nikki Cross in the background of all her shots. Like, bitch, why aren't you looking for her at this point? Why don't you go up and ask Nikki Cross why she's being weird? Is she a lesbian now? Does she like me? Like, you should go ask these questions just so you can find out what's going on. You know what I mean? She clearly either has a crush on you or she's going to murder you. You should
Well,
find
I don't
out
think it's a
before it's too
crush.
late.
We've seen how WWE handles that type of
Yeah, we
thing,
don't need that.
so
We don't.
it
Well,
it wasn't that.
yeah, definitely wasn't. But the storytelling was okay. The poker game just and the Corbin is just like none of that is anything for me.
I
Seth
mean, for
Rollins
that, that was just a one story.
yeah,
I
it's
feel
just
like
yeah. It took up a lot of the show though. That's why I was like, it
yeah.
was like 5 segments of that shit. uh, everything is middle of the road, bro. I feel like this is a 3 as well. I feel like the storytelling was a 3, maybe 3.25. What you think?
I'll give it 3.25.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. So how did commentary do? 0?
Don't hate on your
man.
favorite commentator.
No, hey, man, oh God. Oh God. He wasn't as cringe last night. You know what I mean? It's like his energy during some parts of the show was better. You know what I mean? He still says dumb stuff and he still steps on Corey Graves way too much. These dudes have zero chemistry together. You notice that? How they're like they're talking over each other a lot. Like Corey's trying to get some in, then he interrupts on accident and he's like, oh, my bad. And Corey tries to finish and then he jumps in too early again. It was like the one thing he said in the interview was, I'm trying to work on when to say something and when to let, and he still hasn't figured it out, clearly. He hasn't figured that shit out. So he's new at the job, so I want to give him some time. KG
And also, I was like,
Corey Graves is trash.
I feel like people forget that, like, not only are you talking and you got to pay attention to what your person is saying, but then somebody else is talking in your ear.
Right, and that's
Like
that's what it feels like.
It is very like I've done like having like the ear and monitor and then like hearing people talk and stuff like that while you're actually talking to somebody and somebody's giving you a countdown about what is going on.
Right.
And telling you to go to this next place, and it's like it's a lot.
That's why they should have hired somebody with experience doing it.
That WWE don't do that.
Jesus Christ, they sure fucking don't. Hey, you watch wrestling? No, it doesn't matter. Come here. I need you to sit in this desk and talk about it. It's like, what? All right, you gonna pay me? I'll do it. I would be 1,000 times better color guy than well, he's not even the color guy. He's the actual commentator. I would be a better play-by-play guy than fucking Kevin Patrick. I 1,000% know that both of us would. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like we could do that job at least 10% better than what he's doing. But it is what it is. He getting a check. I ain't gonna hate on his bag. Yeah.
I mean, you're already a colored guy, so you're halfway there.
You're stupid. Technically, he is too. That motherfucker pasty white, red hair. JBL's racist as hell. You can't call that man. What do you call him? What did he call him on the show last night? He said something
calls
ridiculous.
Him Irish.
He did. It wasn't. He didn't call him a ginger because that's normal. I've heard that, but he called him something else. Shamrock. I think he called him Shamrock.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't know how I feel about that. I know y'all both white boys, but still, I don't know how I feel about that. That was weird. Yeah, but it was a decent show, man. What about the crowd in DC? Wait a minute. We give commentary a grade. Let's go
2.75.
2.75.
Yeah.
Oh, that works for me. That's perfect. 2.75, and we're gonna get a crowd in DC at 3. I can agree with that. And it hurts my soul because it's my home. So, you guys didn't. Y'all wasn't.
They came alive for the shush nerd thing.
They did. They definitely got into that. You know what I mean?
But they had their moments where, where they were just not
just
paying
there.
attention.
Yeah, just literally just there. You know what I mean? So weed is legal out here. So it was probably high. You know what I mean? There's a lot of high people in the crowd. You know what I mean? So it's understandable on some levels. But that's the overall 3 blunts for Monday Night Raw last night. That is about exactly what I felt about the show. It was a 3 blunt show. There was some good stuff. A couple chuckles were had. some decent wrestling. And yeah, nothing to write home about, basically. What do you guys think about the show? You can let me know in the comments section later. Gruss said JBL destroyed a leprechaun with the trash can at WrestleMania. Yes, that is. JBL has no cut cards. You are absolutely correct. That is, he's crazy. JBL racism slips out from time to time. It does. You can
They
tell
don't
it
slip
does.
out. That
Yeah,
stays
yeah,
with
you're
him
right. I'm
wherever
about to
he
say,
goes.
that dude, he says that shit aggressively. I don't know if that's slipping out. He means what he says, and he says what he means. That dude.
This why Joey Styles smacked the hell out of him. So you know.
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying, KGM. Like, if that was me in the crowd with Becky, yo, I would have been so lit, bro. I would have, yo, if Becky would have, I wouldn't have been weird like that dude and put my arms around her because I don't know her. That was weird. You're creepy, Zachary. I remember your name, Zachary. Bobby was cool. You were not.
Yeah.
You were
Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby's super over last week. You know what I mean, probably got mad followers on Twitter.
You
and
know what would have
Instagram.
been great?
You know what I mean?
Oh, if Seth would have brought that up.
Oh, it would have been. It
When they were
definitely
on the
would have
mic.
been. Yeah, it'd be like, yo, I know a Bobby that's more popular than you. You know what I mean?
Like my wife knows a Bobby that's way over than you.
That would have been so fire. Oh my God, that would have been so fire, bro.
And then he should have followed like we have the wrong Bobby going against Bobby. Going against
Oh
Brock Lesnar.
man, bro.
He might have
Why
had a
didn't
better
he
chance.
do that? Oh, that's messed up. Brock was probably like, nah, bro, you ain't comparing me to that fat motherfucker in the crowd. You got me fucked up, boy. No way. But no, that would have been gold if he would have did that. Oh man. But yeah, it didn't happen. But it's
Only somebody like John Cena would say something like
that. Yeah, that's definitely 1,000% a John Cena line. 1,000%, or Chris Jericho or somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Would say some shit like that. Yeah, man, it's a decent show overall, man. Decent show overall. KGM said Candice LeRae is still on Backpack, so she's into freaky stuff. What's Backpack?
He meant to say Backpage.
Oh, Backpage. Is she,
The joke falls flat or the joke works because he said Backpack.
Oh, I was like,
because it's a horrible typo. So.
Oh, okay. I said Backpage after that. I was like, huh? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Corey Graves is trash. Okay, Gruss is trolling now. Gruss is just trolling with this nonsense.
Because his baby boy wasn't on TV. He's sad.
Who?
You know who Gruss wants.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's disappeared for some. I don't know how you that big and you disappear. Nobody can find this motherfucker. He's a giant, but it's a good. Where the fuck is he? Like he lost to Braun Strowman, right? Yeah. But he shouldn't have because he was dominating the whole match. And then he had another match last week or 2 weeks ago. And now he's just gone. Like, he became the best version of Amos that we ever seen in that match against Braun Strowman. And now he's gone. So.
It's so hard.
Alexa, turn the baby room on. Oh, all right. Well,
to almost.
Looks like the show's over because the kid is crying. So we're going to get up out of here, guys. That's our time for today. Appreciate you, as always, for rocking with your boy, WoW Nation. You know what it is. Shout out to our new subscriber. Let me make sure I get her name right.
Brittany
Flute. Thank you, Brittany, for joining WoW Nation. Much love to you and
Appreciate
yours.
You.
You know what I mean? Definitely love having the ladies up in here supporting, man. It's always a sausage fest with the guys. You know what I mean? Just being this joint, it's all guys that are wrestling fans. But then I go to these shows and I be seeing some beautiful women. I be like,
we got to have some baddies in the show.
Yeah, so man, gotta have some baddies on the show. You know how I like it. Definitely gotta have some baddies in the chat. You know what I mean? So appreciate you coming through, sis. 100. And WoW Nation, gang, you already know what it is, man. Dave, KGM, Gruss, you already know what it is. Appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all like the video before y'all leave, though. It's only one like on the video, and all y'all motherfuckers in. You got a blue wrench. You better like the video as soon as you come in this month. God damn it, that's a requirement to keep your wrench. You gotta like the video as soon as you come in. William Wilkinson, I ain't even see you slide in, bro. My bad. I ain't even see you slide in here. Shout out to Will Wilkinson. Yeah. All the guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. We will be back on, what's today? Thursday. No, what's today? Monday?
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll be back on Thursday. I'll see you guys on, I don't know what day it is anymore. I'll see you guys on Thursday. You know what I mean? 6 o'clock, me and Super High. Until then, WoW Nation, deuces.
Doot.